Southern folklore meets traditional action adventure in South of Midnight, the latest title from We Happy Few developer Compulsion Games. But does this game cement its place in mythology or become just a passing whisper among the tales of old timers? What's up, everyone? My name is Ginger Thrust, and welcome to the channel of Games and Neon Dreams. This video is a bit of a departure from the videos I usually make. Normally, I'm doing some Let's Plays for you, but I wanted to start doing more off-recording videos where I'll play something and then compile all my thoughts together into a review style for you all to see. Not in a journalistic sort of way, more just so of a gamer who just likes to talk about video games. There was a time I was going to name these videos Ginger's Thrust Trophies. I don't know if I'm going to keep that naming convention. However, I wanted to at least put something out for you all to watch. So welcome to my first review video in a long time, South of Midnight. I chose South of Midnight for its unique animation style, its traditional action-adventure combat, and the tales that it weaves together. Don't worry, this won't be a long-winded review, but it will be as objective and fair as I can make it. And just to get the legalities out of the way, no, I was not provided a review copy in advance or anything like that. I directly downloaded this from PC Game Pass to play for myself, which, by the way, if you are on PC and you aren't paying just the subscription for PC Game Pass, you're kind of missing out. It's a perfect buy just from a financial standpoint alone. So with all that being said, let's dive into my thoughts on South of Midnight. South of Midnight is the story of Hazel Flood, a young girl living in the fictitious rural town of Prospero with her mother, Lacey. The town is a tableau of American Deep South values and settings, drawing inspiration from the more removed areas of Louisiana, Alabama, and Georgia. One night, a terrible hurricane strikes the small town, washing away Hazel's home with her mother in tow. As she pursues the house, Hazel gradually receives powers and abilities designating her as a weaver, one who is chosen by nature to mend the tears in the fabric of reality, which in this game is known as the Grand Tapestry. Hazel spends the majority of the game searching for her lost mother while also discovering memories and pain from several of the area's ancestors, repairing and healing their trauma, and fighting off monsters who threaten the remaining population, known as Haints. South of Midnight is divided into 14 chapters, varying in length and objectives. Players spend the majority of the time running through linear levels, exploring a variety of settings and combat zones. Hazel only encounters enemies in defined arena-type areas, which gives the game a more explorative feel rather than a pure action game. When she isn't fighting the creatures that have surfaced in the bayous, Hazel discovers long-lost memories of individuals who have suffered great pain and loss in the past. She then uses these memories to weave patterns that are designed to heal the reality of that person's existence. Think of it as large paintings with rips and gaps that are mended with a bandage of memory and realization. There are a handful of bosses to fight, all while Hazel slowly learns of a malignant force outside of her understanding of reality. Also, Hazel discovers several legendary figures and creatures, including Catfish, catfish, that provides story insight and serves as one of the game's narrators. The gameplay loop for South of Midnight doesn't do much to revolutionize the genre. With the combat only occurring in defined zones of the levels, players do more story delving than combat. During the times in which Hazel investigates the past lives of certain creatures or beings, the loop doesn't deviate much from time to time. Hazel fights enemies, gains a memory, repeats that for 2 or 3 more times until the pattern is complete, then escapes through a chase sequence before using said pattern to mend a tear. Though the stories told are unique and heartfelt, nothing outside of the tale feels unique at all. At times, I found myself thinking, okay, here's another memory sequence. I'll just get through this fairly quickly and move on. Now, the story of South of Midnight is what surprised me the most. At first, I assumed this game would be this fast-paced tale of rescue with plenty of fighting and wonder. However, the game gets surprisingly emotional and deep. At times, Hazel works through painful stories of slavery in the 19th century, as well as tales of abandonment, family disdain, and fear. I'd be going through one of the memory sequences and be caught off guard with what a particular memory showed me. Though the game doesn't take itself too seriously, I admire the developers for creating these more emotional experiences with the action and traversal. South of Midnight, despite its art style and gameplay, gives players some adult themes and feelings to work through. The visual and audio elements of South of Midnight help serve the style of story it's trying to tell. The art style is reminiscent of a game like The Walking Dead, almost cel-shaded but more of a polished, animated comic style. Also, the motions of the characters are jittery in a sort of flip book motion, I bring this up just in case you, like I first did, think that the game is just lagging on you. It's not. That's how it's supposed to look. The soundtrack is wholly tied into the story. Many of the tracks have lyrics written directly about the characters you encounter. It's got a very Disney feel to its music. Not quite a musical, but more of a soundtrack that helps tell the story alongside the plot proper. I did find it a bit cheesy at times, but overall, I like how the music is another driving force of the story. South of Midnight served as a solid 15-hour experience I completed over a weekend. Though I wasn't blown away by any one thing the game did, I enjoyed my time getting to experience Hazel's world and the stories it wove together. And I think that's perfectly okay. That's honestly the beauty of Game Pass. I can play all these wonderful games in the catalog for the price of a streaming service subscription. I recommend South of Midnight to anyone who's looking for something non-committal and non-open world to dive into for a week or a weekend. Hazel serves as a very strong protagonist, and her tale of healing the world around her serves as a theme of self-reflection and progress. So be sure to pick this up on Game Pass or wherever you play your games at. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this review gave you a better understanding of South of Midnight and helped you make a decision on whether or not you wanted to play it or not. If you did enjoy the review, make sure to give it a like. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you can get notified of all the videos that I put out, including more Let's Plays and reviews in the future. Until next time, my name is Ginger Thrust, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.